All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Valsa Williams. The headlines. Heavy polling recorded in first phase of Chhattisgarh Assembly elections. Campaigning in full swing for second and final phase. Full Election Commission team to review poll preparedness in Madhya Pradesh today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave for Singapore tonight to attend 13th East Asia Summit. Union Minister Anand Kumar to be cremated with full state honours in Bengaluru today. Government asks Twitter to ensure round-the-clock mechanism for prompt removal of objectionable content. And Hong Kong Open Badminton Tournament begins today. PV Sindhu to spearhead the Indian Challenge. Heavy polling has been recorded for the first phase of Assembly elections in Chhattisgarh. Voting took place in 18, including 10 Maoist-affected constituencies spread across 8 districts yesterday. Polling remained by and large peaceful. 190 candidates are in the fray. Briefing media in New Delhi, Deputy Election Commissioner Umesh Sinha said,
Till now, the information we have received, the turnout is on an average 70%, and we hope that the turnout would probably match the polling turnout last time or maybe exceed, which was there last time. Many polling stations, the turnout which was very low or it was almost negligible, the turnout exceeded this time in many districts like Dantewada, in Kanker. In remote areas, this time there was very enthusiastic participation.
Our correspondent reports that even in the worst Maoist-affected constituencies, the voter turnout was relatively high this time.
The highest voter turnout of 72% was recorded in Khujji Assembly segment, whereas the lowest 33% was registered in Bijapur constituency. 2 women aged more than 100 years exercised their franchise in Dornapal polling station in Konta constituency with tight security arrangements and other confidence-building measures. Palamboda in Sukma district and Mular and Nirvaya polling stations in Dantewada district are the 3 booths where people cast their vote after a span of 15 years. A number of surrendered Maoists also cast their vote in different constituencies. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
Meanwhile, electioneering is in full swing for the second and final phase in which the remaining 72 constituencies will go to polls on the 20th of this month. Political parties are leaving no stone unturned to woo the voters. BJP President Amit Shah, Chief Minister Raman Singh and Congress Chief Rahul Gandhi are scheduled to address a number of rallies today. In Madhya Pradesh, the full Election Commission team, comprising Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat and Commissioners Sunil Arora and Ashok Lavasa, is reaching Indore today to review the poll preparedness. Our correspondent reports that the 230-member State Assembly will go to polls on the 28th of this month in a single phase.
The Commission will conduct a meeting of Divisional Commissioner, Inspector General of Police, District Election Officer and Superintendent of Police of 18 districts of Indore, Ujjain and Narmadapuram Division from 2 p.m. The Election Commission will also conduct meeting with recognized national political parties at Bhopal on same day. The Commission will review election preparations in remaining 33 districts on Wednesday at Bhopal. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Mizoram, scrutiny of nominations for Champai North constituency will be done again today as it was held up yesterday for technical reasons. The scrutiny for the other 39 seats has been completed. Tomorrow is the last day for withdrawal of candidature. Polling will be held on the 28th of this month. More from our correspondent.
Final picture of number of candidates remaining in the fray will be cleared after tomorrow, as tomorrow is the last date of withdrawal of candidature. This election, 212 nominations have been filed for 40-seated assembly balls. Of them, 15 are women. On the other side, district election officers are holding review meetings in districts to oversee the measures being taken for voters with disability. To implement this year's theme, Accessible Elections, Election Commission will set up ramp in polling stations and provide wheelchairs for bringing the disabled voters to polling booths. Election officials said collecting details of voters with disability from booth level across the state is going on by the BLOs. Irene, AIR News, Aizawl.
The Congress has released its first list of 65 candidates for the Telangana Assembly elections. The list was released after a meeting of the party's Central Election Committee in New Delhi last evening. State Congress Chief N. Uttam Kumar Reddy will contest from Huzurnagar constituency. Working Presidents Bhatti Vikramarka, Revanth Reddy and most of the former ministers from Telangana have also found a place in the list. TDP has also released a list of 9 candidates. The Congress had formed an alliance with TDP, Telangana Jana Samiti and CPI and announced that it will contest 94 seats and leave the remaining 25 to its allies in the 119-member assembly. Polling in Telangana will be held on the 7th of next month. The counting of votes for all the 5 states, Rajasthan, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Mizoram, will be taken up on the 11th of next month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is leaving for Singapore tonight to attend the 13th East Asia Summit. This will be Mr. Modi's 5th East Asia Summit and his 2nd visit to Singapore. During his 2-day stay, Mr. Modi will also attend the 2nd Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership meeting, where the leaders will review the progress made in the negotiations. Commerce Minister Suresh Prabhu will participate in the negotiations. Mr. Modi will also be the first head of government to deliver an address at the Singapore FinTech Festival. It is one of the largest events on financial technology. Briefing media in New Delhi, Secretary East in the External Affairs Ministry, Vijay Thakur Singh, said the Prime Minister's visit to Singapore will give new momentum to India's relations with eastern neighbours. Mr. Modi will also hold several bilateral meetings, including one with US Vice President Mike Pence during his stay. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs Anand Kumar will be cremated with full state honours in Bengaluru today. The casket containing the mortal remains of Mr. Kumar will be taken to the BJP state office this morning for party workers to pay their last respects. Later, the body would be taken to National College Ground in the city for the public to pay their tributes. The last rites would be performed in the afternoon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid his last respects to Mr. Kumar at the departed leader's residence in Basavanagudi, where the body was kept. The Prime Minister also laid a wreath on the mortal remains of Mr. Kumar. The 59-year-old BJP leader who was suffering from cancer passed away in Bengaluru yesterday. The Karnataka government has declared a 3-day official mourning as a mark of tribute to the departed leader. The government has asked Twitter to ensure a 24/7 mechanism for prompt removal of objectionable content as per the requirement of law enforcement agencies. Union Home Secretary Rajiv Gauba held a meeting with officials of the social media platform in New Delhi yesterday for effective action against objectionable content. An official release said the representatives of Twitter were advised to appoint India-based contact persons who would be available round the clock and put in place an escalation mechanism. The officials were advised that the law provides for strict legal provisions in case of non-compliance, which would need to be invoked. In Uttar Pradesh, a large number of women, adolescent girls and children are reaping the benefits of the National Nutrition Mission Poshan Abhiyan. It is a flagship program which ensures benefit of various government programs like Anganwadi services, Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, Janani Suraksha Yojana, National Health Mission and Swachh Bharat Mission. Here is a ground report from our Lucknow correspondent.
Poshan Abhiyan targets to achieve improvement in nutritional status of children from 0 to 6 years, adolescent girls, pregnant women and lactating mothers in a time-bound manner. One beneficiary of the scheme at Anganwadi Center of Pandari Kripal block in Gonda district, Kusum told AIR,
"We get paneer, dalia and children also get proper vaccination along with other health checkup facilities at the center, which is very helpful to us."
The supervisor of the Anganwadi Center, Shakuntala, told AIR that at the center they also do counseling of parents so that they provide healthy food to their children.
Anganwadi workers help us to weigh children and growth charts are also prepared. Heavily malnutrition children get referred to district hospitals for the further treatment. Parents of these children get counseling to take proper care of them.
The aim of Poshan Abhiyan is to reduce stunting, stage of undernutrition and anemia among young children, women and adolescent girls and reduce low birth weight. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
Cyclonic storm Gaja over the west central and adjoining Bay of Bengal is expected to intensify into a severe cyclonic storm today. Currently it lies centered at 70 kilometers east of Chennai and 70 kilometers east-northeast of Nagapattinam. Under its influence, north coastal Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and its adjoining districts may witness rain in most of the places from tomorrow for 3 days. More from our correspondent.
The Tamil Nadu government has geared up its official machinery in the vulnerable districts like Kadalur, Nagapattinam, Thiruvarur, Tanjavur, Pudukottai and Ramanathapuram to brace for the cyclone. They have been put on high alert. A storm surge of about a meter with the possibility of causing inundation in low-lying areas in the region has been forecast while the cyclone crosses the shores. From this evening, strong winds with speeds of up to 110 kilometers an hour is also expected. Officials have said enough pump sets to evacuate floodwater, electric sawtooths to remove uprooted trees and other relief materials have been readied. The NDRF has also mobilized its personnel to mitigate the effects of the cyclone. Fishermen have been asked not to venture into the sea during these days. Jay Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
Hong Kong Open Badminton Tournament begins in Kowloon today. Rio Olympics silver medalist PV Sindhu will spearhead the Indian challenge. Sindhu, seeded third, will begin her campaign against Thailand's Nichaon Jindapol. Saina Nehwal will face the second-seeded Japanese Akane Yamaguchi in the opening round. In the men's singles, fourth-seed Kidambi Shrikant will take on local boy Wong Wing Ki Vincent, while H.S. Pranoy will open his campaign against Denmark's Anders Antonsen. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you, Valsa. Chhattisgarh defies Maoists, records 70% turnout, is the lead in the Asian age. Voters defy Naxals in their bastion, writes The Pioneer. Rafale price details given to Supreme Court, government says rules followed, highlights the Hindustan Times on its front page. DNA quotes the centre as telling the Supreme Court, Rafale offset contract doesn't have name of Indian firm. EPCS pollution cure, ban non-CNG vehicles, leads the Hindustan Times. Let only CNG vehicles fly in city on bad air days. The Times of India cites the EPCA. The Pioneer notes, stubble fire on wane. Delhi breathes easy. RBI Governor meets PM amid ongoing tussle is the headline in the Business Standard. Markets drop 1% as oil concerns weigh, leads the Financial Express. Inflation lowest in year, but it may not be good news, notes the Hindustan Times, as negative food inflation may worsen agrarian distress, while obstinate core inflation reduces chances of a rate cut. Anant Kumar, BJP's man for all seasons, dies at 59 of cancer, reports the Times of India. The Indian Express notes, Anant Kumar never lost a poll, built bridges across divide. Teachers in Class 4 job race for better pay. The Tribune reports, unemployment in Haryana is forcing educated youth to opt for Class 4 posts of peon, gardener and baildar. And finally, with real-time tracking, trains to be more punctual. The Hindu Business Line states, the Indian Railways will soon start beaming the locations of trains on a real-time basis to improve rail safety and punctuality. The scheme is to be first implemented on passenger trains on electrified routes. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Abhishek. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Heavy polling recorded in first phase of Chhattisgarh Assembly elections. Campaigning in full swing for second and final phase. Full Election Commission team to review poll preparedness in Madhya Pradesh today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to leave for Singapore tonight to attend 13th East Asia Summit. Union Minister Anand Kumar to be cremated with full state honours in Bengaluru today. Government asks Twitter to ensure round-the-clock mechanism for prompt removal of objectionable content. And Hong Kong Open Badminton Tournament begins today. PV Sindhu to spearhead the Indian challenge. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. With that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.